Why do I keep on getting 4 characters, and why is it breaking my heart?
It sucks.
Get out of here.
So, in Castlevania 3, Wallachia is just a village.
Oh, okay. Not like
but it is very clearly supposed to be Wallachia.
Okay. That's interesting. Wait, this is my team. Who am I missing? Nina, my girl. Okay.
The last line of defense is you, Trevor Belmont, the forefather of Simon Belmont, and the origin of the Belmont Warlord chromosomes.
What?
This is some Hideo Kojima reference.
Oh, that's incredible. No, if the dialogue had been written like that, I would be all for this.
Right, see the
story
ferocious
scene, right?
ghost pirate.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry.
Oh, wow. Look at that waterfall.
This is beautiful, right?
It's over. Surrender. Turn the princess over to us and we'll spare your life.
That's a bald-faced lie. You want to kill her. Then after that, you'll kill me for knowing the truth.
Ridiculous. We came to help the princess. Why would we want to kill her? We can't let Goltana keep her.
So this is like super important plot stuff.
Yeah.
The Hokuten, if you'll recall, are the knights on the Beowulf side. Goltana's the other one. Princess Ovalia!
Who is this?
Back to you.
What's her deal? Oh, was I her before?
Yeah, she was princess.
Agrius.
Very good.
Great. Here comes a crowd. Gefgarian, kill them, and do it now. Whoa. Right? Gefgarian's working for the Hokuten.
Hell yeah. He was supposed to kidnap the princess.
Don't know what's going on, but it's in the contract.
I'm pretty sure. Gefgarian, are you betraying us?
Betraying you? Come on, this is business. Our job is to keep the princess, our job is to kidnap the princess unharmed. The job is to kill you all and keep things quiet.
What are you getting at? This kidnapping's a sham?
The princess is in the way. The prince should be next in line. If she's alive, there'll be nothing but trouble.
Okay. So, do you mind if I parse this real quick?
Sure.
So, a kidnapping was staged. It was made to look like it was being done by Goltana's men. However, it was actually the Hokuten, who are the knights under Prince Lard. And remember, there are those 2 claimants to the throne in the direct line, the princess and the young boy. So I believe, I'm not 100% sure whether they were planning to kill her or not, but the Hokuten were going to kidnap, probably, I would assume, kill the princess, or at least keep her hidden away so that she couldn't be used as a claimant to the throne, but they would make it look like Goltana did it, so it would blacken his name, allowing Lard to take over regency as the boy's regent. So this is complex vying for the throne.
Yes.
Which is why they can't leave us alive, because it'll ruin everything. Since you're going to die, I'll let you help me. Okay. If the princess is kidnapped and killed by Goltana... Wait, if the princess is kidnapped and killed by Goltana, they'll be rid of her and his rivals.
What an impossible sentence.
Holy shit. If the princess is kidnapped and killed by Goltana, they'll be... Who's Bale? They'll be rid of her and his rivals.
Yeah, that sentence is impossible.
Oh, okay. That's how I think it's basically what I just said.
No.
They're going to kill the princess, make it look like Goltana did it. Because Goltana was going to use the princess to get to the throne.
Right.
I'm sure that's how Prince Lard wrote the scenario. No. Divestar probably wrote it. Don't you agree, Ramza?
Right, Ramza. Let's get them all. Another helpless sacrifice. No more. There must not be any more victims like Tata. Save Princess Ovalia. Ready? Let's go!
Can you narrate everything in Mario voice from now on, please?
Alright, it's Talita turn. Talita gonna go in and he going to hurt the other night with Crash a Punch.
Oh yeah, they changed this. Crush Punch is such a fucking cool name.
What was it in?
I think it's like they have like, I don't know, they have fancy names like Heaven's Word Swain or something like that. I don't know. Crush Punch is way cooler.
Alright, so this Castlevania 3
hit me up.
instruction manual is hilarious.
Oh, they broke the Lita's armor.
It's super like 80s rad, 90s cool. Like
fucking into it. Honestly.
Turning the spooky sound effects on and off.
What?
Is a header here. How to stir up the dead is another header.
Fuck. That's so rad, bro.
Boosting your power and your confidence.
Oh my god. What?
It's super good. Oh my god. Countdown to your last gasp is just...
Whoa, countdown to your last gasp was a sick phrase.
Okay, so the three sub-characters are called spirits.
Look, you see this guy fucking with me right now?
What is he doing?
He just almost killed my wizard.
That's not nice.
And also, did you know that when he does that, he gains all of the hit points that he takes from you as his own health? And that's
Wait, he gains it as health?
Oh yeah, and that's why he is so hard to fight.
I thought he was getting it as MP because it pops as a blue number.
He can do both, I think. But the one is health.
Wow.
Princess Obelia will save you.
I don't think so.
Nah. Are you sure of what you're doing? The princess may be adopted, but she's still royalty. Well, they dropped that as a bomb much later in the original, I thought.
I'm quite sure. Even princesses can die for getting in the way. That's what royal blood is about.
But I love your voice for that because it's very Kojima. That's what royal blood is about.
They really enunciate the quotes.
Are you mocking the princess?
Get in the way, get killed. It's the same for commoners.
Get Grind sucks.
The only difference is people like you pledging blind loyalty. Unless you make it to the top, you're only going to be used, so you're better off dead.
Then I'll save her.
Alright.
Can just the oh god, oh this is gonna be cool though. Check it out. I love this too. They don't have this anymore. Life is short. Very steady sword.
Oh, it's an AoE.
Yeah.
What?
It's so cool.
That's pretty rad.
Stop talking for 10 seconds.
Delita, you're alive!
Imagine meeting you here. Are your brothers still running your life?
Who knows? They never tell me anything. But, Delita, are you party to their plot?
Don't be foolish. I'm here to save the princess, to free her from those who are exploiting her.
Don't lie to me. You were hired too, weren't you? You were hired to kidnap her for money. Don't play dumb.
No, I'm not like you. It's not for the money.
Then who's getting in my way? A kid who heard the plan and decided to save her for justice? Who hired you? Who told you about the plan? Talk!
None of your business.
Shit.
Honestly, between these two games, I feel like I'm getting a better sense of the plot.
Yeah, I'm sure
or
you are.
maybe it's just replaying it.
Yeah.
So someone else hired Delita to kidnap the princess. Gavgarian and the knights who were showing up that were, Goltana's men were supposed to kidnap the princess. But then the princess got kidnapped from the kidnappers. So that's the thing that's happening. Anyways, Hari.
Do you know what the manual calls the password screen in Castlevania 3?
No, but I would love for you to tell me.
A message from the great beyond.
Fuck, that's cool.
You know what it calls the control scheme?
No.
How to control your Transylvania team.
Oh my god! I love it.
Adding to your team, sort of an out-of-body experience.
I can't. I'm done.
I'm
quitting.
Dude, this is
great.
amazing. Alright, the pages where they break down all the items that you can find in the levels. Gifts from the Poltergeist Masters.
Everything you're saying is the coolest thing I've ever fucking heard. Like, what?
And then it's really simple when it starts talking about their attacks. Oh yeah, Psychic has 3 elemental attacks.
Oh, so that's fairly...
She has flames, frozen crystals, and goodness gracious, great bolts of lightning.
Are you serious?
That is what is printed in this manual.
Please read those things to me again because I don't believe a word you just said.
Sypha's Warakia lore items are flames, frozen crystals, and goodness gracious, great bolts of lightning.
Fuck, that's so great.
It's really good. Also, they call it the Mystic Whip in the...
It's weird. Oh, check this out. Check out this instruction real quick.
Oh. Wow, 115.
Eat shit, Gap Guardian.
Nice. Well, he was one of the biggest problems, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He could heal himself. Damn it. Ooh, he used his teleporter.
Just like Weaker did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alucard is so good. Wow.
Does he look or like seem like he's supposed to be younger in this game? Like, if you in the manual, does he look? How much different does he look from?
I mean, so Dracula is just kind of big and dark and kind of hard to read, and then he changes form anyway midway through his boss battle, and you don't see him other than that.
Oh, I meant for Alucard.
I know, but it's not. So I'm saying it's harder to compare. Or are you just saying between Alucard in the show and Alucard in the game?
Really between Alucard and Castlevania 3 and Alucard and Symphony.
Ooh, I don't know if I can make that comparison.
Do you have? Is there a picture of that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not a good one.
Also, quick aside here, we got dialogue, but Delita, for whatever reason, has the same skill set and Holy Knight that Acreus does. But Obelia Line's here for you.
Oh, that's right. She's me. I forgot. What are you? Ally or enemy?
Human, just like you. Also, Obelia casts the spell.
What's that status? Is it haste?
I think they just called it End Barrier in this one, but it does like shell protect, re-raise, and haste.
Oh, Jesus
Christ. In War of the Lions, head break.
Broke his head?
God, they broke a lot of his armor. They call it Aegis Shield, and a couple of the characters use it. It's like a super neat buff.
It seems super strong.
Yeah, I think it's really strong.
Especially when this battle is just to save Obelia. So, let me see if I can find that Alucard picture for you. Also, I just want you to look at this picture that's on this story summary page.
I can't handle anything that you're telling me.
It's
Would you
a set of
describe that
Dracula
for the
Fang
audience?
dentures sitting in a glass full of water.
I think you would not be a vampire at that point. But then again, what do I know?
So
is this an enemy? What the fuck is he? Wait, I've just been sitting here like
Castlevania. I like how we're playing this Final Fantasy Tactics and exclusively talking about Castlevania.
I mean, I hope I've had some pertinent details to add regarding the plot.
Regarding? Yes, you have.
I also feel really guilty about thrashing Castlevania.
You're just brutally destroying it. You just hate it, and you think it's, it's the worst thing that's ever happened to humanity in life itself.
I have a severe anxiety issue.
Where I'm being misinterpreted.
Well, that's not really what I was going to say. It's more that I'm just going to feel, this is not your fault or anyone's fault, but I'm going to feel fairly awful about things that I do for a long period afterwards. And I don't really know if I should or not. But
you shouldn't.
But this is like a component of, I think, OCD.
So, it's really hard to tell the difference.
What are you looking at? His sprite?
Yeah, okay. Let's see. This might be an actual sprite comparison. No.
Oh, I didn't think to look. I was thinking of concept art or something. I didn't really think to.
I can't find concept art for Castlevania 3.
Do you have a sprite for Alucard?
That's what I was trying to get.
Because for some reason I remember him being Kid Alucard in something. And that's what I thought he was in this. But I could be way wrong.
I don't think it's easy to tell, to be honest with you. Just give me a damn sprite sheet.
Was there another game with Kid Alucard in it?
No idea.
Somebody has to know that. God, I'm fucking this game.
Okay, so the biggest difference with Alucard in Dracula 3 is that he does not have white hair.
He's so... Okay.
Did I just call it Dracula 3 again?
I mean...
I'm going to light myself on fire because I cannot think of the name of the goddamn game.
I mean, I'm with you. I get you.
And he turns into a bat. That's one of his things.
That seems like a cool... That's like a vampire thing.
That's part of what makes him so OP, is that he can just fly.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Consume hearts while you do it, but it's like really strong. You just skip parts of levels.
I apologize. I'm like playing fairly subpar right now, but it's partially because
I'm distracting you with all these...
No, I'm just always this way. Okay. Oh, look at that. A miss.
Thank you, CastlevaniaCrypt.com, for having all the...
Brian, like, I think just to, like, put some context on this, like, I spent so much time, like, reading about Castlevania, like, as a kid. Like, I loved it so much. It was probably, like, Symphony of the Night and some of the other games were probably just as important to me as this game, as Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy IV. So I think I had an especially strong reaction to the tone of the Castlevania show. And I can't really be faulted entirely for not living up to, you know what I mean? Like, I can make qualms about specific design choices, but I can't fault it for not being the thing that I had envisioned in my head for 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's, part of it is that it's less like the NES games and much more like the GBA games. Like, it's very like those in terms of, like, the blend of comedy that comes in there.
I don't remember. Maybe I just don't remember a lot of the comedy.
Like, Portrait of Ruin is the biggest one that's just, like, straight up, there's so many dialogue scenes that are just jokey as shit.
Yeah, I actually saw something that put Portrait of Ruin as, like, the top of a list of best Castlevania games.
Ooh, disagree.
I hard disagree on that too. So this is also just like total. I end up just being like such a such a snoob about this sort of stuff. But once they changed character art designers and kind of went to a generic anime style, is kind of where I feel like it dropped off for me.
Arya, right? That was where that.
Arya still no. Arya still had cool, like, they might have changed a little bit, it had cool designs. They, like, went to just straight, flat, generic anime style with, not Portrait, but the one before it. I think it was, like, Dawn of something.
Dawn
of Sorrow.
That's the sequel to Arya. It's the same characters. But the art style did change.
The art style changed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was more the, because it felt like, I know it seems simple to just say, like, oh, they just changed how they drew the characters, but it felt overall to me like an aesthetic change in terms of how you approach the atmosphere and feel of the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to be fair, I also have never played any of the 3D games, so it's quite possible that, like, Lords of Shadow could be way more like the Castlevania thing, and there could be, like, peasants talking about, like, you know, hitting people with shovels.
There are peasants.
Yeah.
They do.
I think there's a degree of abstraction that I appreciate about the earlier ones that reminds me of classic Gothic horror. That is probably more a thing that's a conglomerate in my mind than it is. It's like part Castlevania, part what I have made Castlevania into for myself. So inevitably, I'm going to be disappointed on some level. I think I'm more disappointed than I could have been, but it's not entirely the fault of the thing.
No, I mean.
So I just wanted to be clear about that. I'm very passionate, so I don't want to, like, shit on something. Especially if other people genuinely like it, I don't want to do that. So.
I would be pleased if they finished it.
I would be too.
Because I would love to see more of the renderings of the interior of Castlevania.
I want to see Castle Dracula so badly. And also, another thing about a lot of this is just that, like, it's harder with animation sometimes, they think, to realize that, like, a lot of people spend a lot of their time on this. But there isn't really anything about Castlevania that I would really fault so much as I would fault Warren Ellis's script. Like, I know that the people who worked on it probably poured a lot of themselves into it, and I think that's awesome. I just think I'm not a fan of the script. That's all. And those choices.
It's reasonable.
Leave the princess with me. It's better for her.
Delita, what are you scheming?
Delita, what are you scheming?
Delita, what are you scheming?
What is this one? Scheming? Don't be foolish. I'm telling the truth. Think about it. Where would you take her after making an enemy of the Hokutan? Crack Hokutan troops will come here looking for you any time now. Just where the hell do you plan on escaping to?
Well, I...
Think carefully. The princess knows this was Prince Larg's plan. The royal family is not on your side. So what about Goltana? No, he'd execute you just to clear himself. What would you do? I'd do what you can't do.
What do you mean?
I can't tell you. I'll leave the princess with you a little longer.
Delita, I'm glad I could see you again.
Tata saved me.
What?
Tata saved me back then.
Thank you, Delita.
See you again, Ramsa. Ramsa, thanks for your support. But are you sure you want to make Hokutan an enemy?
Don't worry, I've already decided. The question is, now what should we do? Like Delita said, nobody will help us.
We can ask Cardinal Draclau for help.
Sounds like a great...
Globadov's church has jurisdiction over Lionel. They might be able to help.
Hokutan has to be careful what they do in Lionel. Let's go. It's the only place for us.
So
the
now,
pronoun have pronoun and pronoun.
It's so hard for me with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So now it's at least become clear that we cannot trust either of the ruling houses.
Yes, they're all bad.
Yes, they're awful and bad. How are you feeling, Ryan?
I think that will do us.
You're going to call it?
Yeah.
Because I could keep playing forever.
I know, but we need to do a dinner at some point.
Do a dinner?
It's 6 o'clock.
You are a madman.
No.
I'm sorry I spent so much of that time talking about Castlevania.
No, it wasn't so much of that, huh?
I mean, clearly I have an issue with
2 episodes tops.
Judging time. I feel like I will regret this. I apologize, everyone.
I realize now that my interpretation of the Castlevania games as being a blend of comedy and gothic horror in part comes from the GBA generation where that stuff happens more, but in the NES generation it was in the manuals that all that stuff was, because they're so corny and stupid.
Yeah, I think the games themselves don't feel like that.
They have almost no script.
Right. I also think part of the... I was actually... Sorry, I'll let us go. I promise. But I was just thinking about that for this scene. In War of the Lions, it actually takes a lot of the key scenes and removes them entirely from in sprites and makes them into cutscenes. Mm-hmm. And I think this is one of them.
That's what Ugato has been posting the links to.
Yeah, but actually I feel like what strikes me about this is that I might have found this scene more effective this way than I did with the cutscene. Partially because, like I've said many times before, seeing the tiny little sprites emote somehow carries a bigger weight for me than seeing like the CG or it's not like standard 3D. It's like animated art. But seeing just the like slight look on Delita's face as he looks up to the sky, or like shake of the head or the eyes or something like that, they're subtle, but they seem to carry a lot more weight. Precisely because in the context of the game, you don't normally see those motions. It's a prescribed set, so it also just I hope it's okay. I keep doing these comparisons, but it has this like different tenor to it. Like Delita in War of the Lions feels much more his intentions are obscured. His personality seems a lot more aloof and distant to you, which I find interesting, because here, I don't know if you got the same sense, but it feels like he's like with you, but like, you know, and if he's doing the right thing, it's much more ambiguous, and that he even still likes Ramsa.
Yeah.
But this is all to say that I think, just like my recurring comment, that not that it couldn't be done, but like Red 13 is Waddle in this nautical outfit, it has a particular charm because of the nature of the way that had to be rendered. I feel like some of the weird gothic atmosphere comes from the way that like classic gothic horror, usually in film or comics, that was transferred into video games had this very particular feel to it. And I definitely think that as with many video games, as time has gone on, some of those things can be lost. I do feel that way about Final Fantasy as well, in many respects. Not that it can't be done well, but in a lot of cases it turns into something that is less effective for me. But yeah, sorry.
It's cool.
Just some thoughts.
Final Fantasy thoughts.
I wish I had liked those. Those weren't GBA, right? They were DS, weren't they?
Dawn of Sorrow
And
and Portrait were DS.
Yeah, 'cause I remember not liking them as much.
Dawn was basically Aria again, and it ended up not being innovative enough for me to want to play it as much. I loved Aria to death, but like
I love that trilogy.
Dawn was just kind of a lot of the same shit again. So,
Yeah.
But like bigger, and it took longer. And I feel like there was at least one or two mechanical changes that I didn't like. And Portrait was just bad. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the mechanics. I ended up just always playing as Charlotte and just like fuck off, Jonathan.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about that game was just being able to swap between them and how they would just yell each other's name over and over, like never ending. It was just like Charlotte, Jonathan, Charlotte, Jonathan. It's like you could just hammer that button. I remember when I was playing that game. It was when I was working my first job at a video game store.
Oh wow,
that playing trade.
That's really cool. I also am probably like the last person really that you should take seriously on this sort of thing, because this is only matters for the people who have seen it, but I really love Dario Argento's Dracula 3D, which, as I've said, I've probably described before, has been universally banned as being awful, and I suppose that it kind of is, but I would give that my own personal Claire scale 10, and the Castlevania like anime, like, and I know it's not actually an anime style, it's more akin to like Avatar and Korra, but like a 2 to 4 somewhere.
I give it a solid 6 or 7 somewhere there.
I can see that.
It's not life changing.
No,
it's not something I would watch again.
I like knocked points off because I loved Castlevania so much, and I was like, I wanted that early thing.
I knocked points off because of the Castlevania things that were missing as well, and also just because it's like, why are you releasing 4 episodes? Release me a season.
Right. It did. I think some people did complain about that it was kind of like, oh well, I mean.
All right, we're about to get started with all the cool shit, and it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you. You don't get to see anything.
It was like clearly like a movie or like an OVA that was just like artificially chopped into it.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow, I don't want to shit talk things anymore. Like, I don't like. Shut up, Claire. This is 90% of my dialogue. My turn myself dialogue.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
We love you forever, and we'll see you next
Please
time.
still love us. I'm really sorry.
Where we promise we won't talk about the show Castlevania on Netflix. How about that?
Yeah.
Next recording session, no Castlevania the show. I cannot promise that we will not talk about Castlevania at all.
Has it become clear that I have like no real filter once I start talking?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
It's pretty reasonable.
Seems like a dangerous thing to put me in front of a microphone and record me and put me on the internet. I have tremendous anxiety about that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I have tremendous anxiety about a lot of things. Like, for the instance, the fact that I should have stopped talking a long time ago. And you probably just cut this. I don't know. Love you.
Bye.